Hey everybody, welcome. Josh Lupresto, VP of Sales Engineering here at Telarus with another version of the Engineering Deep Dive here today with Mitel. I'm joined with Brian Flandro, SE Manager for Mitel. Brian, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate the opportunity.
Excited to have you here. So let's jump in. So today we're going to talk about, there's some key differentiators that I think you guys have. Mitel's a name that everybody knows, trusts, has heard of. But I want to get into the weeds, into the specifics here. So
Sure.
talk to our partners about, there's a couple key differentiators that you have that you wanted to talk about. So maybe 2 or 3 differentiators from your perspective.
You bet. So one of the key differentiators, I believe, are we own our own technology. From end-to-end, phones, the platform, applications, we own it all. That gives us a lot of flexibility. It gives us the ability to keep up on advanced features. It allows us to make updates very quickly if needed and not have to depend on a third party to update some base set of code and then we go in after it and do it. One of the other areas is that we're built on Google Cloud. So our platform sits on Google Cloud. That gives us a lot of advantages. Not only security enhancements, but it also allows us to, it's a very stable environment. A lot of management tools to monitor systems and attack problems before they become a problem for our customers. One of the other areas I think that are important for us is a tool called CloudLink. This is something that we've been developing for a while. It's built in AWS. This allows us to cloud enable our customer base. So whether we're already in the cloud using applications or it's an on-prem system that's looking to migrate to the cloud, CloudLink allows us to create a single application that can be used across multiple platforms and allow people to migrate their systems into the cloud at their pace. And so that's something that we've had a few new apps put on, and it's really something that's exciting. So
I like that. I love hearing, we're used to traditional architecture, but I love hearing you guys making the move, putting this on GCP, having ties into AWS, because you recognize that's critical, right? We see the growth of the hyperscalers. We talk a lot about digital transformation on these videos, and that's a big conversation that we have a lot with customers and partners. So it's great to see you recognizing that and saying, hey, look, we're this platform. We can work with you wherever you're at, however you're there. We want to cater to that. So cool to see that. Excited about that. Let's dive in. I think everybody knows Mitel from a UC perspective, right? You guys have been doing voice for a long time, but what people may not be familiar with is what your capabilities are from a contact center perspective. Can you kind of go into that, what the rules are on that, what the products look like? Maybe talk about that for a minute.
You bet. So yeah, we've been selling contact center for a number of years. Specifically talking about our cloud solutions today, we have a full team of contact center specialists across the country. And so, both sales and SEs, and they really become that trusted advisor for customers. They really deep dive into the contact center opportunities that we have and really make sure we're positioning the right solution for the customer for their needs. So, from a solution standpoint, we really have 2 that we focus on in the cloud, and one being the Connect Contact Center. We've had that for a number of years. It's a multi-channel solution, has an IVR built into it. Typically for smaller contact centers, don't need the advanced application integrations and omni-channel or anything like that, but just need contact center, need audio, chat, web, integrated into a queue, and that system's actually integrated into our UC application as well, so we can transfer to, within the business, see presence and right out of one agent interface. So that's the contact center, Connect Contact Center. We also have a MyCloud Connect CX solution, and this comes from our partnership with TalkDesks. So this is a white label solution. Everything's branded Mitel. And we do all our own sales, demo, discovery, and we handle tier 1, tier 2 support on that. And so, that of course, if TalkDesk and their capabilities, but advanced integrations, application integrations right out of the box, omni-channel, excellent reporting, and other tools. So, not to mention all their App Connect partners that we can sell and support as well. So, that again comes on one bill. You contact Mitel for support, and so that's been very good for us. So those are kind of the 2 key areas we focus.
What I like about that is that we see this from an engineering perspective of, no two customers are the same, and clearly you guys recognize, right? Does somebody need all these bells and whistles? Great, we're going to put them over here with our TalkDesk partnership. But the good thing is, it's very simple for the customer to understand. It's on Mitel paper, like you said. You guys build it, support it, manage it, all that good stuff. Versus maybe they don't need all those feature functions. So you can handle that. It's cool to see because they might start here, maybe they grow to that and migrate to that over time. So
exactly.
the answer is we can handle all of these, but we'll put the right product in the, for the right customer. So
that's correct.
Talk to me, let's get into collaboration a little bit. Talk to me about what some of these collaboration tools are that you have, right? Maybe a few years ago, this wasn't as prevalent, but now UC is important, CC is important, video is important. We're in this huge work from home environment for what is appear to be the new norm. So talk to me about collaboration. What can we do there?
You bet. So, collaboration's been an important part of our solution for a long time. We've grown and enhanced that over time, and we have a couple of tools that we use. We see it more important now than ever with the environment as it is today. As you mentioned, video has become key, and I'm on video conference calls every day, all day now. It seems sometimes you just want to turn the video off for a minute. But anyway, so we have a tool called My Team Meetings. This gives us video collaboration capabilities. This is included with all of our platforms, or all of our user types, as well as all of our platforms that Mitel sells, whether it's over the top for some of our on-site or with the cloud, it's integrated into applications. The other tool is a teamwork application. This is more of a team collaboration tool. Allows us to do media sharing, assign tasks, group chat. And then it also has SMS integrations, so people can, you don't have to give out your personal cell anymore. Use your business DID, and you'll get those SMS messages right through this application. And that's either whether I'm on my mobile device or on my desktop or laptop. It also has direct instant messaging in that tool as well. And then those tools have really good integration. The teamwork application has good integration into third party. Not everybody's going to use our video. There's another company out there that we hear a lot of, Zoom. And we have an integration right out of Teamwork. So if you're a Zoom user, your company's already using that as their video collaboration, great. Integrates into our Teamwork application. We can cross-launch right out of the tool. So if our team wants to, this group that we have set up in Teamwork wants to jump into and escalate right into a video call, we can do that. And that's with Zoom, Blue Jeans, or of course our own My Team Meetings. So
I love that, right? Look, you guys have a great platform. You have everything that everybody needs, but we recognize people are at just different phases, different discussions, different departments,
exactly.
And we have to be able to, to not walk away from those. We have to have the answers, and so I think these integrations sometimes get brushed over. And when people ask us, what are these what are the little differentiators? It's these little integrations that really do make the difference, right? Because if you don't have an integration into something like that, are you in that deal? Are you out of that deal? And it's those little tiny things that on the surface might not appear as a big deal, but it's really good that you guys have those. So we appreciate
having
those.
some flexibility.
So let's talk about a couple different platforms you have, right, of the underlying UC platforms. You want to talk to me about where those fit, what makes sense for the right,
Sure.
For the right customer?
You bet. So within the cloud world, the focus solutions we have are the My Cloud Connect platform, and that's our retail cloud multi-tenant system. This is a flagship cloud solution that we've had for a number of years now. And that really fits in that small to mid market. It's being a multi-tenanted solution, a little less flexibility with what we do. We have we push updates when we need updates, application updates, as well as platform. Great solution, has a lot of advanced application growth within that solution. And fits really nice in retail, professional environments, distributed businesses that have offices all over the country, may only have 510 here, 500 at the HQ or something like that, and so it has a really good fit in that world. We also have what's called My Cloud Flex, and that is a single tenant private cloud, we call it. And that gives us a lot more flexibility with the customers. Certain customers don't, they need to manage their updates. They can't have, downtime between, 2 and 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. They want to control when that happens and define upgrades and things like that. So those maintenance windows are more in their control. It also gives us flexibility to have a true hybrid solution where we need site survivability and want a gateway on site and have phones fail to that gateway and be able to go out through local PSTN. Some of the other areas of strength for it are, high density analog, things like that, hospitals, right, where they want to move cloud, but they have a lot of analog needs still, and it allows us to do high density analog, still have a cloud presence, still a managed solution by Mitel, but does give them some flexibility at the local level for some hardware if needed.
Love it. Love the two options. Love that flexibility too, and to your point, we are seeing a lot of those requests now for high density, right? Obviously, with everything that's going on, there's a lot of changes going on in healthcare. They're trying to digitally transform, and so we see plenty of those, right? Hey, I've still got my 110 block, but I want to go UC. How do I do it? I'm stuck on old wiring. Help me, right? What can we do? So it's good to see some of those flexibility there. Speaking of that platform, let's get into the weeds on a win. Can you give me an example of a win? I think you've done a good job of describing kind of where these fit, segments and customers based on the product, but go into a win. What did you have? What did you put in? What was there before? Why was this solution successful, right? Why did they pick Mitel?
Sure, yeah, so a couple. One I'll talk about, it's a little bit smaller opportunity. It was in a retail space. I shouldn't say small opportunity, but small contact center. And it's amazing how contact center so often drives the opportunity. And so although these locations are small because it is retail, not many phones at each location, but contact center was really important to them. And so again, going in, they only had 10 or 12 agents. It wasn't a big, we didn't think it was going to be a big driver through the RFP process. And so as we talked about integrations and what they wanted to do with the contact center, we started showing them, looked at our CX solution. That's again the partnership with TalkDesk, and seeing the analytics that are available to them, the integrations into, in this case, ServiceNow is what they wanted to integrate into. It helped drive the win on that deal. And again, just a small contact center, but the power that they have within the environment is just incredible. Another solution that was, this is much larger. It was a law firm, and again, this is contact center related. We had our contact center specialists actually went to 2 of the cities back when we used to be able to fly.
Those are the days.
Yeah, so was able to spend time in both of their centers where their contact center agents were. Spend a day at each location, sitting with supervisors, again, becoming that trusted advisor, understanding how they run their business, and then being able to recommend this, with this solution, here's how we can improve your business. Here's how we can make things better for you. And so that, of course, omnichannel was a big part of what they do, or what they required and needed. And we won that deal because of that relationship between our contact center specialist and then the people running the contact center, which was driving most of the revenue in that business, in that law firm. So those were 2 areas that, from a contact center standpoint, that we had wins, and using the solution, the CX solution has really come in handy for us.
Love it. I want to recap on one thing that you brought up kind of throughout this that we touched on from an integrations perspective. Before we kind of wrap, can you list out to me, I realize the different platforms are going to integrate into different things, but things that you have right now from an integrations perspective. You just called out one that's coming up a lot, ServiceNow. There were a couple others that you mentioned earlier. Do you want to can you list off just a couple of those key integrations that you guys have that keep coming up in conversations?
Sure, yeah, so we've had for a long time, from an integration standpoint, we've been able to integrate into Salesforce, both in our UC platform as well as the contact center side. Some of the other CRM applications that are out there, Microsoft CRM and others, we have integrations into those as well. With the CX platform, of course, integrations seem to be almost endless, right? There's a lot of integration there with, whether it's into ServiceNow or Salesforce integration's fantastic in that platform, and many others. But those are some of the key areas that we're seeing that type of integration. We also have needs and requirements in MS Teams, right? This has been a big push throughout the industry. We're seeing more and more of it, especially with the move to home. People are using Teams more and more. And so integration into Teams is something we've been focused on for a while now, and we've had some integration all along. We had a very robust integration with Skype for Business. And now with MS Teams, a little slower to get the APIs out. However, some of the things we can do right out of the box are click to dial right out. If you're using the web client, we have a click to dial application. So, using the Mitel UC side, we can click right out of a contact, and and then that'll go out over their handset or soft phone. One of the other methods, if you're using the application versus a web view, we can do what's called an app dialer. So it just allows us, again, within a contact, highlight a phone number and just control one, and the call will actually pick up and go out that soft phone or handset. So it allows us, that's been an integration. So, for a while, integration always means different things to different people, right? For simple click to dial functions right out of MS Teams, that's something we can do today and have been doing from day one. Things that are coming, things along the lines of a bot to integrate our MS Team or our My Team meetings, our video collaboration tool within the MS Teams environment. And then, of course, actually having integration within the application that will still use our platform for their voice traffic, but they live inside Teams and they can make calls straight out of it without highlighting numbers and things like that. So that's a little bit of a roadmap, but that's the stuff we're working on now. And then, of course, as they continue to develop and release APIs, more and more of that will come about. So.
Yeah, we want to make sure everybody pays attention to it, right? We'd love to hear the roadmap, look into the crystal ball. I know those things are hard to kind of predict, but
right.
we always ask because that means partners are asking and customers are asking. We want to make sure that we can position you in as many of the right opportunities as you can. So we'll stay tuned to look with regard to Teams and the routing there, the APIs, the bots, all good stuff. So I think that brings us to the end. Appreciate you coming in today. Appreciate you being here and spending some time with us. So everybody, wrapping up another engineering dive as part of Season 2, Race to the Summit. So thanks for tuning in. Brian Flandro, SE Manager from Mitel. Until next week, thanks everybody.
Thanks all. Thanks, Josh.
Thanks, man.